a foul move today as he prepares to meet Brian St. John. Now, wait a minute. Here comes Dick the Bruiser. And the Bruiser is putting his title belt, the Missouri title belt, on the apron. The Bruiser pointing at the title belt. You know there's a lot of bad blood here between Dick Murdoch and Dick the Bruiser. The Bruiser getting Brian St. John over. I don't know what quite this is all about. Here comes Dick Murdoch outside.
Get him out of that ring. That is my match with St. John and nobody else.
Well, Dick, wait a minute now. What's he doing with the title belt?
Get out of here. Get back up there where you belong, Bruiser.
Dick the Bruiser, who's been the target of some attacks by Dick Murdoch. Dick, a couple of times you've been making comments about the Bruiser, saying you want to meet him. I think he's challenging you. Here comes Sam Muchnick, promoter Sam Muchnick, going to talk with the Bruiser. The Bruiser talking with Sam. Let me check what's going on here.
This guy has butted into every bout I've had. He claims I stole that title belt from him. He claims...
Will you put the belt up?
I always bring the belt. I've got the belt.
You put the belt up against Murdoch here today?
Right. For the main reason that he butts into everything I do.
You got it. Sam Muchnick's agreeing to it. The title belt's on the line, Dick. Dick, here's your chance. That belt's on the line. Dick Murdoch having a slight fit here. Now, Dick, you said you wanted this chance. You've got a chance now at the title belt. Murdoch incensed. Sam Muchnick taking the title belt, and the Missouri State Championship will be on the line. The Missouri title belt on the line right now. The Bruiser and Murdoch for the Missouri title. Is that correct, Dick?
It'll be the last time he ever butts in on me.
The last time he ever butts in on me, says Dick the Bruiser. The Missouri State Championship on the line. Murdoch stepping outside the ring.
Sam Muchnick conspiracy, and all you freeloaders sitting out there are cheering because they're getting something for free that they should be paying gold money for.
Dick, you said all along you want to crack at this Missouri title. Here it is. This is your chance. What are you complaining about?
I'm not ready for that man right now.
You got no choice. Sam Muchnick said that's the match.
A conspirator. He belongs right down the river with the rest of the crooks in a pen.
You better get in the ring, Dick. You got your chance now, whether you want it or not. Are we ready to begin the match? I think Mickey's going to make the official introduction, explain this to the crowd at ringside. Here's Mickey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dick the Bruiser has agreed to put his Missouri State title up to Mr. Murdoch in one fall with a 15-minute time limit.
Dick Murdoch versus Dick the Bruiser for the Missouri State Championship. The Bruisers had a couple of run-ins with Murdoch where Murdoch jumped the Bruiser from behind, where he double-teamed the Bruiser with Bulldog Bob Brown. The Bruiser has had it. Murdoch hit him a couple times there. Murdoch pounds on the head, and the Bruiser pounds right back. Murdoch knocked up against the turnbuckles by Dick the Bruiser. Murdoch in retreat. Murdoch, of course, was the man from whom Dick the Bruiser took the Missouri State Championship last July 14th. At that time, Murdoch was incensed. He said that it was supposed to be a 2-out-of-3 fall match, and that Sam Muchnick, without advising Murdoch, changed that bout to a 1-fall match. And as far as Murdoch's been concerned all along, it was pure theft that Dick the Bruiser took the Missouri title from him. Well, now Murdoch, with all his yelling, screaming, complaining, has a chance to shove those words, to make those words come true, and to shove that claim right down the Bruiser's throat, if he can do it. The Bruiser pounding on Murdoch's head. The Bruiser takes his hard fingernail, I guess, across the forehead, and then Murdoch bounces a fist off Bruiser's head. Now, you've all heard Murdoch's comments about the Bruiser. He's called him old. He's called him over the hill. Now he can show everyone if that's true or not. Murdoch tried to jam the Bruiser's head into the turnbuckle. Tries it again. The Bruiser blocking it. The Bruiser blocks it again, and then the Bruiser drives Murdoch's head into the buckle. The Missouri State Championship at stake today in a rather bizarre incident here on Wrestling at the Chase. The Bruiser taking the place of Brian St. John. Could you believe how upset Dick Murdoch was with Sam Muchnick, with Dick the Bruiser, with everybody? A test of strength between the Bruiser and Murdoch. There's the bone of contention. The title belt, symbolic of the Missouri State Championship. It's been held by people like Harley Race, like Gene Kaniski, like Johnny Valentine, like Bob Backlund, like Jack Briscoe, like the Funk Brothers, like Ted DiBiase. It's Dick the Bruiser's now, and Dick Murdoch's trying to take it away. The Bruiser twisting the hands of Murdoch, forcing Murdoch to his knees. The Bruiser twisting those hands backwards. Hard kick to the stomach by the Bruiser. Another kick to the chest by Bruiser. Murdoch kicks right back. If it comes to a barroom brawl, well, that's right down Murdoch's alley. The Bruiser knows it. This is a showdown between two of the biggest stars in wrestling annals. Murdoch strangling the Bruiser over the top rope. Referee Johnny Ramirez gets to a count of 3. Then Murdoch breaks it up to avoid disqualification. Murdoch pounds on the face of the Bruiser. That one hurt the nose. Murdoch drives that fist home to the head of Bruiser once more, and then another hard clout to the head by Dick Murdoch. Talk about wars between Harley Race and King Kong Brody. Well, here's a war right now, the Bruiser and Murdoch. Murdoch is trying desperately and ineffectively to shove Bruiser's head into that buckle. The Bruiser, he can take it and he can dish it out. Murdoch jabbing but falling. Bruiser on top of Murdoch. Knee lift to the stomach by the Bruiser. Murdoch doubled up. There's the stomach claw. The stomach claw by Dick the Bruiser. Digging the fingers into the abdomen of Dick Murdoch. The Bruiser with the stomach claw on Murdoch. Murdoch yelling out. Murdoch's shoulders are down. He got him up at the count of 1. It was just his stomach claw following an atomic drop that gave the Bruiser the Missouri State title in their earlier encounter. Earlier, quite some time ago in July, and the Bruiser has been a very active and successful Missouri State champion. Murdoch reaches up for the tights, and then Murdoch drives home a fist to the jaw of Dick the Bruiser. Flying elbow drop by Murdoch. Murdoch covers the Bruiser. Count of 1. Just before the count of 2, the Bruiser shrugs off Murdoch. Another elbow drop by Murdoch. Murdoch covers the Bruiser. The Bruiser drapes his foot on the lower rope.
5 minutes have elapsed, 10 minutes left.
Murdoch pounding on the face of Dick the Bruiser. Murdoch yelling abuse at the Bruiser. How do you like that, old man? Says Murdoch to the Bruiser. The Bruiser fights back. The Bruiser spins Murdoch with a hard clout. The Bruiser grabs Murdoch's head and drives that head into the top turnbuckle. What a Donnybrook, a grueling brawl between Dick the Bruiser and Dick Murdoch. The Bruiser twisting the nose of Murdoch. The Bruiser grabs Murdoch and pitches Murdoch through the ropes and outside the ring. The Bruiser going out after Murdoch and slams Murdoch's head into the press table. The Bruiser driving Murdoch's head into the press table and a hard blast to the midsection by Dick the Bruiser. Once more, Murdoch driven into the press table. The Bruiser battering Murdoch outside the ring. Murdoch dropped to the table. Murdoch, his eyes glassy. The Bruiser pitches Murdoch into the ring. Murdoch groggy. He's in retreat and looking for a little time to recover, but Dick the Bruiser has it rolling now. The Bruiser yelling something at Murdoch. I think it was something to the effect of, "How old am I now?" And the Bruiser pounding on Murdoch's head. The Bruiser lifts Murdoch. Body slam by the Bruiser. Dick covers him, but Murdoch's legs on that bottom rope. The Bruiser spots it, realizes it was his own fault. He slammed him too close to the ropes. The Bruiser doesn't make many mistakes, and he'll recover from that one. Dick slams Murdoch's head into the top turnbuckle. Murdoch still groggy. The Bruiser is pounding Murdoch from corner to corner of the ring. It's all Dick the Bruiser right now. Bruiser lifts Murdoch again. Body slam by the Bruiser. That was a dandy. That's it, says the Bruiser. He covers Murdoch. Count of 2, and the Bruiser refuses to pin Murdoch. He might have been able to get a 3 count there. But the Bruiser, who's so incensed and so infuriated about everything that's happened between him and Murdoch, what Murdoch said and done, the Bruiser wanted to dish out even more punishment to Dick Murdoch. Murdoch slammed again into the turnbuckle. One more, says the Bruiser, who's enjoying every second of this. One more, the crowd stands and yells at the Bruiser as he again slams Murdoch into that buckle. The Bruiser, a vicious body slammer, gives Murdoch a 3rd slam. Try for a pin, count of almost 2, Murdoch's legs on the ropes. What do you mean, says the Bruiser. He looks over and that foot was already off the ropes. Murdoch fighting back. Murdoch lifts the Bruiser and slams the Bruiser. Murdoch refusing to quit himself. Count of 2, count of 3. Hey, his foot was on the ropes, though. That foot was on the ropes. Dick the Bruiser had his foot on the ropes. Murdoch reached up just at the count of 3 and pulled that foot off the ropes, but the referee was counting the shoulders and didn't see it. The crowd, everybody trying to inform him what happened. Dick the Bruiser has officially lost this match. I believe the referee didn't see that the Bruiser had his leg on that bottom rope. The Bruiser still trying to get at Murdoch. The Bruiser insists, and it looks right now like we have a new Missouri State champion. And as Dick Murdoch, the referee, was looking at those shoulders, and the Bruiser draws back to take a punch at Johnny Ramirez. Ramirez says, I didn't see that foot on the ropes. And well, he didn't. He was blocked by the bodies, and Dick Murdoch.
He wanted it, he got it.
Dick Murdoch says he wanted it, he got it.